Hi everyone, I am Anonymous Traveler. Today, I will introduce Shub-Niggurath's debut album, Les Morts Vont Vite. As the band's name suggested, i.e., the Black Goat of the Wood with 1,000 young, this is heavily H.P. Lovecraft-inspired, dark and otherworldly music. Actually, I think this is one of the darkest music ever recorded. There are many dark music albums available nowadays, but when it comes to bringing Lovecraft writing into music form, creating otherworldly atmosphere is the most important quality, and this album certainly delivers. The musical structure itself is a mixture between Zeuhl and chamber rock and spectral music. Zeuhl is the genre invented by the legendary French band Magma. Magma's leader, Christian Vander, even invented a new alien language for his music, and the music he and his colleague created with became the genre by itself and is called Zeuhl. To explain Zeuhl is very difficult because it requires actual listening experience, but to sum it up very roughly, it is operatic jazz fusion music. There has been some interesting band came out from this genre, and they mostly came from either France or Japan. And this album I am talking about today is considered a masterpiece by some critics in both of Zeuhl genre and chamber rock genre. Chamber rock is a music genre that combines rock music with a classical instrument such as strings, horns, and piano. There has been some pop-oriented artists trying to incorporate this element to their music. But what I am interested in is those bands came from avant-garde or experimental side of the spectrum. There has been some interesting bands from chamber rock genre such as Universe Zero, Art Droid, and Present. They tend to be dark in general, but this album really takes the cake when it comes to dark music. Also, in terms of a sonic delivery, this album is influenced by spectral music. Spectral music is mainly developed by experimental classical music composers of the 20th century. The music contains wide variety of exotic scales and non-functional harmonic textures and push the envelope of the classical music. Later, some artists outside of a classical music genre started experimenting with the element of a spectral music, and the Shub-Niggurath's debut album certainly contains such influence. And that is mainly thanks to the guitarist who had studied composition with a French composer of contemporary classical music, Gerard Grisey. And this approach to music is more of an avant-garde academic music than traditional pop or rock music. And although being highly experimental, Shub-Niggurath's music has doomy quality that might impress the fans of gothic music or doom metal. Actually, on occasions, this music reminds me of funeral doom metal. Also, this album has female soprano vocals, and its delivery is oriented in classical music. But vocal melodies are dissonant and unsettling the whole time, and it has very dark undertone. Guitar playing is based on avant-garde jazz genre and very harsh. As with a lot of bands in Zeuhl genre, the bass is prominent. This bass is extremely prominent and satisfies those who enjoy the powerful bass delivery with first out tone. The expression "in your face" comes to mind to describe the bass on this album. The drum sound is heavy and thunderous, as perfectly manifested on the track number 4. Piano and trombone playing is adding the texture effectively, and their notes never go waste. Piano passages are very weird, and trombone is unsettling, yet very interesting. I am attaching the link to the entire album. If you want to play something as background music while reading the books by H.P. Lovecraft, this music is a great choice. Thanks for listening, and all the best.